Okay, I made it out to the shop this weekend. We're going to do the RZR, what I'm calling the RZR Super Mount, which is basically a 1 3/4 clamp system. Initially, I'm going to do this one for my VHF UHF antenna. I have a previous video where I installed a dual band radio in the RZR, and you know, the antenna placement isn't optimal. And I've actually added rear bars that go down to the back, and I want a clamp that I can clamp on and then make another little bracket to actually hold the antenna. So I'm actually going to make several of these, and they'll all be the same style clamp, but they'll actually have different mounts that mount to the clamp portion. And basically it's a piece of 1-inch aluminum that basically is milled out into a square that I'll basically bandsaw cut and clamp, and it'll have threaded holes that I can use to you know, change configuration or what have you on the mounts. But I'm going to give this a go. This probably won't go well the first time. You know, again, this is another first run part, so we'll see what we learn and make adjustments as we go. Okay, just continuing on kind of how I do. I'm in a gauge line offset, so I've got all the tools programmed against that. I've got the Heimer in. And basically what I'm measuring is the X and Y are direct. Basically you just write those down once you bump against them. The only one that you have to modify is the Z. And basically you take your Z value and you actually add your probe length, which in my case is 6.8553, is the length between 0 on the Heimer and the gauge line. So I'm going to get this work set offset, or work coordinate system offset, programmed into the machine, and we'll hit the go button. Okay, we're just going to check this. I'm sure that I'll have to make some adjustments. We're going to check that border real quick. We're about 4 thousandths off. I don't know that I'm going to need to correct that. That's close enough for what we're doing. Okay, we've checked our bore. I did stop this early. We actually tried to swap over to tool number 17. If you remember from one of my prior videos, there were some issues. And basically that issue was, you know, we got the tool changer out of whack, and that particular tool, which is a spotting engraving tool that's got a really long reach, got moved to tool position number 15, and it just tried to load tool 17. I haven't put anything back in 17 yet, so it loaded a blank tool. But I used that to check the diameter of that. I am going to basically rerun the bore, and that's actually going to, it'll make a spring pass and it should cover that, and we should be dead on the tolerance on that. You know, 4 thousandths is pretty accurate to begin with, but it should go right on, and then it'll actually go through and do the engraving. One error that I know about already, and I'm not really sure if the stock piece was just a little off dimension or what have you, but it didn't actually cut anything on one side, so that piece had to be short. I went back and checked the cam job, and it should have cut out of the center. Not a big deal. This was a test part. I did not assume that the first one was going to work. More than likely this is still going to work and be within tolerance. It'll just be slightly smaller square than the rest of the parts will be. But I'm going to go ahead and let this run again, and we'll get the engraving on this side, and it should finish out that hole, and it'll be ready for the next operation. Okay, here we go. We try number 2.